Okay, so with no games to catch up on, we find ourselves here in the cup draw for the third qualifying round of the FA Cup. We of course drew against Colney Heath in that first game last episode, and today we play the replay as well as of course playing Darlington in the league. That will follow this particular draw, and then we'll have a little bit of news. We do have some contracts, at least one I know of. We'll probably have a few more prior to the Darlington game. So without further ado, let's crack on with this one. As you can see, Darlington themselves are going to play Needham Market or Stalybridge Celtic. But we don't care about them, nor do we care really about Barton Rovers or Hitchin versus Alfreton or Bigglesworth. We are simply going to stop things. We are going to draw all the teams. Met Police, by the way, are versing Maidstone, if anyone is interested. But we are all the way down here. We go against Warrington away from home if we can make it through to that next round. So without further ado, let's crack on with that first game and see if we can verse Warrington in the next round. Okay everyone, game one is almost upon us. It is almost time to crack on with our game against Colney Heath and try and get that little bit of retribution as we welcome them to York here today. And if you listen a little bit carefully, you might even hear some of their sleepy fans in the crowd. So let's head to the dressing room. You might have noticed a lot of the players are our B team and youth players. I'm resting a lot of players for that Darlington game because that is a much bigger game in my eyes. And we're being on a good run. You know what? No, hands on hips. We're favourites. Go out there and, you know, we're going to do a pointed finger. We're favourites for a reason. Go out there and make sure they know exactly why. We are going to move things to being attacking because we are default on positive. So I'm going to change the positive to an attacking mentality. And hopefully here, Drake can get us going early on. He plays it to Lancaster, now to DeGruchy. He gets it to McLaughlin. McLaughlin tries ball over the top. Lancaster, can he get onto the end of it? It doesn't look so. Green will clear it into the crowd here, 20 seconds in. But can we do anything with this throwing? No, we cannot, because that is the end of that one. So we got off to an early attempt. Unfortunately, it didn't amount to anything at all, quite frankly. But 15 minutes in, we do have ourselves a corner, and it's McLaughlin to take it. He goes near post. Lancaster. Oh, Lancaster, keep your header down, my friend. That was a good opportunity. You had great positioning. Unfortunately, though, you just didn't keep your header down. As you can see, there is a lot of games being replayed here. In fact, these replays, no, I think these are the next round. Barton Rovers versus Hitchin, I believe, is the next round game. Correct me if I'm wrong. It might be a replay from the previous, but Doolan will throw it in to Long. Long pulls it back for Oates. Oates holding up possession nicely. He gets it up to Cameron. In fact, I do think it is a replay game. Calvin gets it over to Allman. Allman up to Clements. Clements has made a run through our defence. Thankfully, he plays it into the arms of Jameson, though. And yes, I'm pretty darn sure those are replays. Now, Doolan. Doolan throws it into Cameron. Now back over to Doolan here on the 29th minute. They are looking to get an opening goal. Clement with a header. Lucky for us. It goes flying over the bar. So, their flying V is working out quite well. And as you can see, we're even on shots. In fact, they've got one on target, and we haven't even managed to get a single shot on target thus far. But we do have a free kick, and it's McLaughlin. Back post. Crow! Come on, Crow. Joe Crow gets his first goal of the season for us. Goal on his debut. That is nice to see. Of course, the man himself, who can play in about 5 different positions, is the one who comes up with the goal that we need. Back post header, not too shabby. But overall, our team has been struggling. Knowles is a little bit tired and Drake is tired as well. Knowles, I think I am going to take him off at half time because he is a player I like to have on the bench. He's useful to have coming off the bench, so I would like to get his fitness okay for the Darlington game. Now, Drake plays it over to Crow. Crow tries to build from the back. Ball up to Willoughby, nodded down for DeGruchy. DeGruchy tries a through ball to Willoughby, but instead he gives it straight to Vince. He gets it to Bennett. Bennett tries the ball over to Clement. Clement with possession now in the centre circle, pulls it back for long. Willoughby will intercept this though. It's now with DeGruchy, gets it over to Lancaster. Lancaster holding up possession, plays it through to McLaughlin. He has found Drake on this right hand side now. Can the young New Zealand player do anything with it? He plays it inside to McLaughlin, goes over to Knowles on this left hand side. Knowles! Right, I am going to drop things from attacking to positive as well as we go into the second half, but okay, we are forced into a substitution as DeGruchy has gone and picked up an injury here, potential foot injury in fact. You're on the 45th minute, so DeGruchy is going to go off for, you know what, Izzard can come on. Hopper I would usually bring on, but you know what, I'm going to give Izzard a chance over there. And then Knowles, what are we going to do with you? Who can play on this left hand side? This way we find out nobody can play on the left hand side. In fact, roll ability, our goalkeeper is just as good as anyone else on the left hand side. That's a little worrying. That is a little worrying. Can we go, you know what? You know what, let's spice this up. We're going to go, you drop into there. You can play a normal central midfield role on support. In fact, what would you like to be, Algar? Algar, if you could be anything, you would like to be Mazzala. I wouldn't trust you as a Mazzala. That seems a bit risky. Concentration off the ball. Yeah, you can be a normal central midfielder. So you can do that. Lancaster can also come off, and he can come off for Gilchrist. We will then... Gilchrist, what would you like to be? You'd like to be an advanced forward, a target man, or a poacher. Willoughby would love to be a poacher. So you know what, Willoughby, you can be a poacher. You can be a supportive deep lying forward, and that's we are substitutions. As we come into half time, we have made a triple sub right before half time. So things are going well, but I know you're capable of better. That is the perfect team talk for this situation. Our team is playing okay. They can definitely do better than we're currently doing, especially Drake on his 6.4. But right now it's Doolan coming at us. He pulls it back. Izzard will intercept it though, and that is the end of that. Margate, by the way, currently 1-0 up against Bath due to an own goal. Green, though, on this left-hand side will come at us. He gets it up to Allman. Allman pulls it over to Green where he has found space. Now, can Green do anything with this space on the left-hand side? Pulls it inside to Allman, back to Green once more. Tries the ball back inside. He's found Calvin. Now, can Calvin do anything? Lovely save by Jameson. Good job, Jameson. Not bad at all, Peter, as you save us in that opportunity. Now Calvin with the corner. Will he go back post perhaps? No, he's gone near post. Cameron with a header, and it goes flying absolutely nowhere near the goal, as we have avoided conceding. Now Drake, ball over the top to Gilchrist. Can he do anything with this space? He has support in Willoughby if he wishes to find him in the middle. He can also pull it back. He folds it back for McLaughlin. McLaughlin over to Izzard, who just plays it into the waiting arms of Berry at that near post. And that was another opportunity gone down the drain. King, though, nods it over to Drake on this right-hand side. Jameson trying to build from the back here on the 53rd minute. McLaughlin up to Algar. Back to McLaughlin once more. Over to Gilchrist. He's got an overlap. Instead, he's going to go over to Drake on this right-hand side, though. Drake pulls it back for McLaughlin. That was a bad pass and has meant he's had to run back to collect it. Crow, though, will play it over to King. King in the centre circle up to Woods. Now with Algar once more. Izzard up to Willoughby. Lovely through ball to Gilchrist. Now can he win this one-on-one with Berry? Is it the post? I thought he was going to get it in the bottom corner, but the frame of the goal has just saved Colney, and they are still in this one. Izzard pulls it back for Algar, though. Drake whips one in, back post. Willoughby does not get onto it. Doolan will nod it away. Johnny Haas will collect this one, though, as one of our many youngsters in today's lineup plays it inside to Woods. Now McLaughlin gets it up to Willoughby. Izard, he's got an overlap. Instead he goes back to McLaughlin though. McLaughlin inside to Woods. Woods back to McLaughlin. McLaughlin up to Tom Algar. Algar up to Gilchrist. Gilchrist perhaps looking for Drake. He does. Drake has plenty of space on this right hand side, but can he get a good cross in? No, because he's going to play it short to McLaughlin. He plays it up to Izard. He's found space in the box. Pulls it back for Drake. Now Willie whipping across perhaps. I'll go alone. He's played it short to Izard. Has he been tripped by Bennett? It has been a trip. Come on, ref. That is nice. Now can Paddy McLaughlin put this one away and make this 2-0. Paddy McLaughlin, come on Paddy, that is what we call Paddy power, as he slots it in the bottom left hand side for his first goal of the season, ladies and gents. Paddy McLaughlin, one of our backup central midfielders, has just shown why we should really be using him in the starting lineup. He is a very good player. He's probably too good to be used as a backup, but we have plenty of good central midfielders, especially considering our new loanies as well. And yes, it's nice to have him able to come on in these games when we have a congested fixture list. Johnny Haas though, coming down this left hand side, plays it inside to Woods. Can we get a third one? That is the question. McLaughlin up to Tom Algar. Now with Gilchrist, short to Izard. Izard's got an overlap in Gilchrist. Gilchrist perhaps play across or go alone. He's gone alone into the left hand side of the goal, and what a beautiful finish from Jason Gilchrist. We have 3, ladies and gents, and they only have 30 minutes to get 3 goals back. I think Conley is dead and done here in the FA Cup, as Zach Ives has come on for Oates as they try and pull this back. But Doolan over on this right hand side plays it up too long. Back to Doolan once more. He tries the ball over the top. He will find Clements, but can Clements do anything on this right hand side? He doesn't have anyone in the box at the moment. Tries to whip one in. Allman will collect this one. Edge of the area. Lovely block though. Ives will get the deflection. It's now with Long. Clements up to Cameron. I thought he might have been offside. He was in fact offside. I was going to say that was a little bit offside. Filed, by the way, currently winning their game 3-0. Farsley is 1-1, and I didn't catch any other fixtures. Now, nodded away by Izard, and Vince will collect this one. Vince collects it on the left-hand side, plays a ball back in. Clement will collect this one at the near post. Can he whip one in for a teammate, though? Gets it shot to Allman. Oh, Allman, you had a good opportunity. Thankfully, wasted opportunity. Now, Bath, 2-1 to Margate. Hyde is 1-1 against Basford. We have Blythe Spartans currently winning 3-0 against Everson. And there's some other games going on as well. But McLaughlin plays it over to his right hand side. Finds Drake. Back to McLaughlin. It's now with Tom Algar up to Gilchrist. Izard from range. Berry is forced into a save. And it's going out for a corner. Okay, that was a little slow. He couldn't keep it in. I don't know how he couldn't keep it in. I would have dived on it and not slid my body out the pitch. But that was Berry's choice. Berry is going to punch the corner away, though. It is out to Drake. Haas now. Can Haas do anything with it? He pulls it back for King. Back up to Haas, in fact. Haas on this left-hand side. Perhaps pull it back into the middle. Instead, he's just going to dawdle along. And Long will trip him up with no card, by the looks of it. Also, Bennett is absolutely struggling. Cotton is also on a 6.1. Green on a 6.2. A lot of their players are having a rough time of it, and as you can see, a lot of them are pretty darn tired now. Here, as we are in additional time, things are basically over at this point. It's 3-0. They've got 8 seconds to score 3 goals. I can't see them scoring a single goal, never mind 3 in this amount of time. And King will just clear it away. As our first game is done, we are heading to Warrington, ladies and gents, for the qualifying 3rd round, I believe. Or, yes, 3rd round. I'm getting confused. This is 2nd. Next one is the 3rd. So we'll be versing Warrington in the next round of the FA Cup. But it is, of course, time to have a little look at those new contracts and then dive into our Darlington game. Okay, so as you can see, most of the news here in the notebook is contract renewals, but there is some other news. First of all is, of course, Jack de Groot's injury from that last game. And well, he picked up a twisted ankle in the end. That's going to keep him out for 2 to 4 weeks. On top of that, we also made a little bit of money from that game. £3,370 in fact, which is going to be a nice addition to our bank balance. But let's head on over to the squad screen and let's have a little look at those contracts a little bit better. Okay, so before we dive into our Darlington game, I thought we'd have a little bit of a better look at those contract renewals and just give you an idea of our situation before and after. So if you look at all the highlighted players right now, there is quite a few players who have managed to get on 2 years or more. Now, prior to this episode, I believe the only person from all of these on a 2+ year contract was in fact Sam Gibson. So we have actually managed to cement the majority of our starting lineup, a few good backups, as well as our youth players, who we did have a few players on longer contracts. But it is of course time to crack on with today's second game, so without further ado, let's head on over to Darlington. Okay everyone, so the team sheet is out for our second game of today's episode, and besides our long-term injuries, we are back up to full strength. So we got Jameson in goal, a back line of Ducksworth, Fielding, Newton and Gibson. We have Donaldson, of course, in that central attacking midfield role. He is in front of Niall, O'Keefe and Wright. We then have Dyson on one wing, Heaney on the other and Beck up front. A nice solid bench of Campbell, Crowe, McLaughlin, Knowles and Willoughby. So without further ado, let's head into the dressing room. Let's tell the lads we have been on a good run. Punch this good run of lately, go out there, impress me and pick up a result. So we're going to skip the walkout. I am of course going to fix the formation bit and put our table back up, because it's nice to be able to see the league table as we play the game. But right now, it's going to be Johnston trying to build from the back. Lovely interception by Wright, though. Nods it down for Beck. Dyson on this right-hand side. Can Ollie get anything going? Ollie perhaps pull it back short? No! It is in fact blocked, and we have ourselves a corner here. Less than a minute into today's game, but will it amount to anything? Newton will be the one to take it. He is going to go middle of the goal, in fact. Ducksworth can't get onto it. Fielding will collect this one, though. Plays it over to Ducksworth, in fact. Edge of the area. Ducksworth thinks he's a striker, tries to shoot, and Ollie Dyson on the rebound. Third goal of the season. Johnson, my friend, you should have done better than that. At least get it out of play. Don't leave it just hanging there for Ollie Dyson to run onto. I'm not complaining, but Darlington fans that might just be complaining a little bit at that one. Ducksworth from range forces Johnson into an awkward save. Don't know why Johnson didn't just dive at that one and get it out, so Ollie Dyson couldn't finish it. But Ollie, that was a great bit of play, going and getting that ball and putting it in the back of the net. As you can see, it has in fact put us top of the league. Who is Gateshead playing? They are playing Gloucester. Okay, that might be our opportunity. They might slip up. They might allow us to go top of the table if we can hold on to this victory. Fingers crossed. Fielding, though, will nod it up. Preston nods it back, though. Ducksworth will collect it on this right-hand side. Plays a ball up to Dyson. Dyson now trying to get past his man. Instead, plays it back for O'Keefe. He tries it up to Donaldson. It is intercepted, though. The ball is cleared away, and we will collect it back with Ducksworth here on the right-hand side. Now in tight fielding, gets it over to Newton. Newton coming at them in the centre circle. He's made it to the halfway line, pulls it back for Wright. Gibson now up to Heaney. Heaney can possibly make a nice run down this left-hand side. In fact, he's going to pull it back for Gibson. Gibson plays it back up to Heaney once more. They are just holding it on this byline. Gibson back up to Heaney. 1-2, 1-2, 1-2. Heaney making the run finally. We'll play it back for, yes, you guessed it, Gibson yet again. He had to chase it back over to Wright now. O'Keefe gets it over to Donaldson. Beck has an overlap. Perhaps we'll find Ducksworth on the right instead. It's a ball through to Heaney. Heaney has space. It's blocked, and we have not got a corner. It looks like it bounced back onto Heaney, and that is Darlington avoiding another goal. As you can see, we have been rather dominant in these first 15 or so minutes. 3 shots, they finally got one on target and got one just in general. Jameson now over to Newton. Newton trying to build from the back here on the 17th minute, coming down the left-hand side, plays it over to Gibson. Gibson now making a run, has just made it past the halfway line. Can he make it past his man though? Instead pulls it inside to right. Right now to Donaldson, over to Heaney. Right once more, over to Newton on the halfway line. Newton plays it across to Fielding in the centre circle. What will Fielding do? Gets it over to Duckworth. In fact, he's gone to Dyson. Dyson has Ducksworth making a lovely run by Ducksworth. Can he do anything with it though? Perhaps pull it back for Ollie? No, he's going to whip it in. Beck. Ooh, Beck. Keep your head down, my friend. That could have been a second one. As you can see, Gateshead have managed to recover that spot, going back up top. I haven't looked at who scored for them, but I would assume they are in the lead, considering they have taken top spot back. Darlington, though, right now are looking for an equaliser, as I'm not even going to attempt that guy's name. Hatfield gets it to Dixon, lovely through ball to Taylor. Jameson has just gone and saved us. Thankfully, wouldn't have mattered, because Taylor was offside. Preston now with a throwing, 23rd minute, throws it into Dixon, now to Taylor once more. This time he is onside, cracks it off the post, and it is cleared away. But Darlington, okay, we don't have to worry. And again, I didn't have a chance to read the Gateshead goal scorer. That is a shame. But Johnson trying to build from the back for Darlington. He hoofs it up. Fielding will nod it down for Donaldson though. O'Keefe will get it over to Dyson. Ollie Dyson, lovely through ball to Clayton Donaldson. His shot is blocked. And we now have a corner. Yes, it will be Newton to take this one here on the right-hand side. Where will he go with it though? Telford has just gone and equalised against Brackley, by the way. Ball into the box. Ooh. Okay, and now it's confusing me even more, because it just gave me their first goal. It told us about Telford's goal, then told us about Brackley's goal. Game, that's a little bit backwards. You should have told us Brackley going 1-0 before telling us the 1-1. It just didn't make any sense. Anyway, now I've paused it. Oh, nice! Equaliser. Hunter was the one who got Gateshead's opener. But that is now 1-1. Leamington Spa, by the way. Mooney with a goal against Hereford. That's nice for them. Telford currently 2-1 up now against Brackley. Boston is 1-1 against Guiseley. Kirsten Ashton is currently drawing at home, so that's nice for them, trying to get out the relegation zone, of course. Nelson gets it over to Taylor, and it's a shot by Mondle. Thankfully, though, it's gone sailing over the bar, and Spennymoor has just gone and taken the lead against Kettering. Jesus, this league can be amazing sometimes. Donaldson plays it to Duckworth. Whipped in. Beck, free header. Come on, Beck. Mark Beck has just gone and got himself one. But it's disallowed. Okay. I should have probably grasped that, considering it didn't tell us which number goal of the season. It was a narrow one. It was a narrow one, but it has been disallowed for offside. So we'll have to settle for a 1-goal lead at half-time. Not going to read through statistics because we need to crack on with this one. Things are going well, but we're capable of even better. As you can see, Heaney on a 6.4 does need to pick things up. Same with Gibson on a 6.6. Keeping an eye on that left-hand side for substitutes, because that's the side that's struggling. So perhaps those two will be going off, or they might pick it up and we won't need to substitute them. Right now, though, Heaney has just given the ball away and Mondle will try and do something with it. Fortunately for us, though, they did not. And we have gone back top, as Gateshead are currently still drawing, I believe. Wright nods it down for Ducksworth. Ducksworth on this right-hand side plays it up to Ollie Dyson. Ollie Dyson pulls it back for O'Keefe. O'Keefe now tries a crossfield ball over to Heaney. Heaney, lovely, no. He's nodded it straight back to Ellis. Ellis over to Taylor. Taylor up to Dixon. Now back to Pervy. Instead, Beck will intercept it right up to Donaldson. Donaldson over to O'Keefe. Lovely ball up to Beck. Unfortunately, he shoots and it's blocked. It's now back with Ollie Dyson, though. He gets over to Ducksworth on this right-hand side, inside to O'Keefe. And he's going to play it inside to Donaldson. Now over to Dyson. Ducksworth, plenty of space on this right-hand side, but can he use it? Tries to get it back to O'Keefe, but Dixon will intercept. And that was a wasted opportunity. 2 on target out of 10. We really do need to shoot better. Right, gets it up. It's now with Donaldson here on the left-hand side. Back to right once more. O'Keefe gets it over to Donaldson. Clayton up to Ollie Dyson. Ollie, my friend. You had space, time, opportunity, but no goal. And Gateshead have regained top spot as they have gone 2-1 up in that game. Telford currently 2-2. That is looking like a fun game, the Telford-Brackley one. But we are almost in substitution time as we've only got 2 on target out of 11. Perver has just gone and nodded it over the bar, thankfully. And we are going to start making some substitutes because this is a game that's looking a little closer than it should. So Gibson and Heaney are our players struggling here today. You know what? Newton can go out there. Crow can come in here. And then Heaney can go off for Knowles. Dyson can swap onto that side. Dyson is right-footed, I believe. Yes, right-footed. So we will, in fact, make him an inside forward. So you can become an inside forward on support. And then our third sub, I don't think we really need to make our third sub. So we're going to hold on to that just in case we need it. In case we pick up a knock or anything like that. We're not going to force a third substitute because the worst thing I want is going down to 10 men because I decided to use up all of our substitutes. Mondle, though, with the corner, whips it into Ellis at the near post. It's nodded away. Perver will get it on. Oh my goodness, Alex Perver. What was that? That was an absolute screamer. And they have just equalised. Jesus, Alex Perver. That was a goal. That was a brilliant goal. Unfortunately, it had to come against us. But I can't say that was a bad one because it wasn't. It was bad for us to concede. Very nice for Perver, though, to score. Crow trying to build from the back, though. Plays it short to right. We have now gone attacking. Fielding up to O'Keefe. He is going to hold up the ball. Pulls it back for Fielding now. Can Fielding make a good pass? Gets it over to Dyson. No. Taylor will intercept it and nod it back to Crow. Crow collects this one. We have a little bit of time to work with. Newton plays it over to right over to O'Keefe. O'Keefe now plays it up to Donaldson. Donaldson as Newton on the overlap. Lovely run by Newton. Can Newton do anything with this though? Pulls it back over to right now to O'Keefe. O'Keefe holding up the ball nicely, gets it to Crow on the halfway line. Crow now up to O'Keefe once more. Knowles over on this right hand side, can pull it back for Ducksworth if he wishes. He does. Ducksworth hits across in. Beck, gotta hit that header harder, my friend. Got to make that header harder. Lads. I'm going to demand more. We're doing alright, but we should be beating Darlington. So let's pick it up a little bit. 4 on target from 15 shots is not enough. 5 on target from 16, still not enough. We need to start getting more shots on target in this one. Ducksworth throws it into O'Keefe. He's going to play it back to Fielding. Fielding now running at them. Plays it over to Crow. Crow over to right. We have Newton. Plenty of space on this left-hand side. Now get a good cross in, Newton. Or even pull it back for right if needed. Pull it back. Yes, right. Now you do something on this left-hand side, please. Plays it over to O'Keefe. Pulls it all the way back to Crow. That is not the direction we want to be going, O'Keefe. Crow gets it over to Fielding. Fielding now with space in the centre circle. Gets over to O'Keefe. Knowles has an overlap in Ducksworth. Ducksworth perhaps could make a run here. Beck inside though. Beck from range forces Johnson to save it rather unorthodoxly. Fortunately for Johnson though, he does manage to keep it in play this time. Now, Dixon plays it up to Nelson. Nelson on this left-hand side. There's 8 minutes remaining in this game. Darlington looking to try and take the lead now. Whips it in. Wright will nod it back out. Dixon gets the ball back though. Lovely block. O'Keefe on the counter-attack. And we have not done anything with that. 7 minutes remain, plus any additional time. It's a ball over to Ducksworth on this right-hand side. Please do not run out of the pitch. Thank you. Gets it up to Donaldson. Knowles back to Donaldson once more. Beck now pulls it over to Ducksworth. O'Keefe tries the ball over to this left-hand side. Finds Dyson. Newton is behind him and making a darting run if he needs the support. He can just whip it across himself, though. Pulls it back for Newton. Newton whips across him. Beck. Oh, Beck. Please force Johnson to move. If he moves, it's probably a goal because he'll probably just bumble it like he did with our first one. Ellis now to Perver. will get it away. Fielding collects it on the halfway line though. We've got 5 minutes plus any additional time to work with. Wright plays it inside to O'Keefe. Now up to Dyson. Newton could have made a run there. Instead though, it's back to Wright. Ball over to Knowles on this right hand side. Whip one in. Knowles, come on Beck, come on Beck, come on. Mark Beck this time gets a goal, and it's his 4th of the season. His first one might have been disallowed, but this one is going to go into the box, and we are dropping back to a positive mentality, ladies and gents, as we have just picked up our 2nd goal of this game. Mark Beck, 2nd time. Oh, this has been an interesting one. Ollie Dyson with that first goal. Mark Beck having one disallowed, and now he's gone and actually got a goal in this one. Fielding though gets it up to Clayton Donaldson. Beck now once more plays it through to Knowles. Knowles running at the defence. Can he get himself one? It is in fact blocked. We have 4 additional minutes, ladies and gents, plus about 8 seconds left of actual time. So Newton to take the corner. Where will he deliver this? He whips it in near post. Knowles can't get onto it. It's nodded away to Rivers. He gets it up to Nelson. Darlington now on the counter attack, trying to get an equaliser. He's running down the left hand side, but can Nelson get a ball into his team? Ducksworth tries to tackle him. Please do not send him off, ref. Please, that is not worth sending off. There's 2 players there. Yellow card at West. Thank you. It's a warning. It's a warning. Ref, you worried me for a second. I appreciate that it was only a warning. Free kick though, back post, lovely save by Jameson. He has just saved our bacon there. So we just need to hold on for 3 more minutes. Newton, corner, Beck, free header, does not put it in the net. That would have sealed it. But we only have to hold on for 1 more minute. Johnson kicks it up. Crow nods it down for Clayton Donaldson. Ball over to this right-hand side. He will find Knowles. Knowles inside O'Keefe now. Will he play it short? Back to Ducksworth. Nice 1-2s between them two. Ducksworth has the ball on this right-hand side. He perhaps could cross it or just waste time in this corner. Whips it in for Beck. It's nodded away though. Rivers will clear it away, and they have about 30 seconds to work with. Fortunately though, we do have it with Jameson. It's played back. Jameson, nice 1-2 with Fielding. Ball all the way up to Clayton Donaldson. Here now over to Beck. Beck over to Dyson. Lovely ball through to Donaldson. He tries to get it back to Dyson. It was a little bit forced and wasted. We have recovered the ball though with Crow in the centre circle. Crow back to Fielding. We've got 10 seconds. Just burn the clock, lads. It's all the way back to Jameson. Less than 10 seconds. Up to O'Keefe. Now a ball up to Ollie Dyson. It will be intercepted though and played back to Johnson. And that, ladies and gents, concludes this game here at Darlington. Our best performer, of course, was Mark Beck. And that was quite a cracking game. I'm a little disappointed by 9 on target from 22. And yes, we will be back for some more league action in the next one. We play Warrington in our next game, but I don't want to be covering every single game back to back in the episodes. We can catch up on that one because next episode we are heading away for a big game away at Boston. So I thank you all for joining us. I hope you all have a lovely night and goodbye.